What's up, guys? Richie here, Hybrid Athletics. Want to talk about the hardest day of all. The whole week of training, the hardest day. What is it? For a lot of people, it's legs. Understandably so. Large muscles take a lot of damage, hard to recover from, painful, delayed onset muscle soreness for days to come. Uh, some people, you know, days where they focus on their weak points is the hardest day. For me personally, it's rest day. I hate rest days. I feel like I'm losing progress. Over time, I've come to realize that's not the case. But it's still the hardest day for me. I just hate taking rest days. I don't know why. I like to, when I'm on fire, I just want to keep grinding, making progress. But it's arguably the most important day. Arguably. I mean, obviously, if you don't train at all, then any training is better than just resting. But if you train regularly and you're consistent with your training, but you don't rest, and you're not getting optimal recovery, you don't give your central nervous system time to recover. You don't give the damaged muscle tissue time to recover and build muscle if that's your goal. You need to rest. You need to recover. It's just as important as damaging the muscle and the actual training. And it's the hardest day for me. And if I know a lot of people probably share the same feeling because we get high. We get high off the workout. You get those endorphins, you get that dopamine rush when you conquer a new goal, or you set a new PR and you see your hard work paying off, and your physique is changing before your eyes, and it's just such a rewarding feeling that you don't want to take a day off, but you have to. You have to rest. And I think I was going on like 10 days in a row. Ironically, I just made a video saying, "Oh, I feel great," and then that's that very same day that I shot a video saying, I'm not gonna take a rest day. Going up to do a set of weighted pull-ups. Working my way up, warmed up properly like I always do. Get up to did a set with 25 pounds, 50 pounds, 75 pounds, 85 pounds. Finish the set, come down, go to adjust my hat like I always do, and I just feel a sharp pain shoot all the way from here to here in my tricep. And I start rubbing it, I'm trying to kind of stretch it, and I realize it's just hurting. But I didn't want to stop. I didn't want to stop working out. I had so much left to do on that upper body day, and I was really looking forward to it. But I go to do dumbbell presses. I've been working with 80-pound dumbbells for seated dumbbell press, and just to take it easy, I take some 50s and start going overhead, and I just feel like a numbness in my arm. So then I start getting a little freaked out. I'm like, damn, is this serious? The pain is bad. It's not really like a soreness. It feels like worse than a soreness, like a strain or like a tear. But I had a feeling if it was a tear, I'd probably know. But the thing is, I felt similar pain before that actually wasn't as bad, and wound up setting me back for months. So then I get really scared. I wind up just doing some push-ups just to test the muscle out, maybe get some blood flow into it and just see how it feels. The push-ups, they felt okay. I still did some more pull-ups. I did some body rows. But I decided against pushing too much harder. So I decided to just kind of call the workout short. Now you see this. Now you see I'm taking... Now I'm on drugs, guys. Okay? I'm taking drugs. Because I'm in pain. Well, I was yesterday, but I iced it. I got home, iced it for 30 minutes, stopped for 30 minutes, and I did the icing for 30 minutes on and off. for like 5 hours. At one point, I iced it so much that I lost the feeling in my hand because I think I numbed the nerve or something. So I might have went a little overboard with it. Then when I was taking a shower, I put it in the most painful position, which was like a full stretch overhead, and I just blasted the cold water on it as cold as I could get it for like 2 minutes until I just couldn't feel my arm anymore. Um, and honestly, all that seemed to actually work really well. Like, I was really scared that it was going to be a huge setback, but it feels a lot better today. Not 100% for sure. It still feels a little tender. There's still a soreness, and it's not like the usual tricep soreness. It feels a little bit different. But, pretty much I was forced into a rest day yesterday, and I was on the fence about it. I was thinking about just taking a rest day. I said, take the day off. You've been working out or working hard every single day for like the last 10 days. But, I was just itching to get that upper body day in, and I just want to set more PRs, and I want to get stronger, and I want to build my arms up and build my shoulders, and I just couldn't help it, I just had to get in there. And then it's like, that could have been really bad. It could have been a bad injury and set me back. So it's like, then I got forced into a rest day, and now my arm is sore too. When I could have just took a rest day, probably fully recovered, just eaten. It's like I'm scared to just take a day off and just eat because I don't want to see the number on the scale go back up. But that's stupid. That's a stupid way to be because, it's not really a step back if you know it's going to help you propel forward. So I got to change my mindset. And if some of you are on the fence about it, or you're feeling a little fatigued, or you're noticing, a regression of some of your moves, do yourself a favor, take the rest day. Hey, y'all cut it out. My dogs are fighting. Take the rest day, recover, because it's kind of like maintenance. It's kind of like, maintaining your car. You want to change the tires before you have a blowout, right? And you want to change the oil before there's a problem. You do this regular maintenance to just keep the car running strong for the entire time that you have it. And you should if you do that to your car, which is a material possession, what should you do to your body? And this is kind of the mindset that I'm trying to get in. So I'm trying to learn to love rest days and learn to take them more often. And if you've been putting it off and you're feeling a little fatigued, it's just, the training is not quite the same. Even if you get to the gym and you kind of know, you put up, I would just say take the rest day. Know when to rest, know when to deload. And if you guys aren't taking deloads, deload every now and then. Don't do it all the time. Some people don't need to deload. Some people are taking deloads too often. But schedule a deload in. If you're really training hard and you're killing it, and you're killing it for like 4 weeks, 5 weeks, 6 weeks in a row, take the deload. Take a week to just cut the reps in half, or cut the weight in half. Just do a little bit of maintenance. Do that maintenance work. Do that maintenance on your body. And come back the next week strong. And, after you kill it for, 6 weeks on, take a deload, another 5-6 weeks on, take a deload, another 5-6 weeks on, take a deload. Don't be afraid to take a month. Don't be afraid to take a month. And don't be like me. Don't get forced into taking the month off because of nagging injuries that have just been building up, and you just keep trying to push on through it, and just keep hurting yourself because you're hurting your progress. And that month that you take where you're just doing maintenance for a month, guess what happens? Your body gets resensitized to the training stimulus. So yeah, you're going to come back and shit's going to feel really hard, and you're going to feel a little bit weaker, and you're going to feel a little bit deflated, and you're going to be a little pissed off, and you're going to feel like, you really just want to kill the weights. But that's good because you're going to get more out of less work. This kind of goes back to that volume that I was talking about the other day. Your maximum recoverable volume level, right? When you're training for so long, that number is going to go up, up, up. And it's going to be a really high amount of sets per week So your overall volume is going to be good, or it's going to be very high. The amount of volume that's required of you to put out to get the results you want. But then when you take that month off, guess what? Whoop, drops back down, and you start getting more out of less work. And that's just a win-win, you know? So just wanted to share that thought. And just so you know, I am feeling a lot better. I'm going to give it a go. I'm going to give it a go tomorrow. I almost gave it a go today, but you know, my girlfriend would kill me if she found out that I did, because she's going to be the one that has to deal with my shitty attitude when I'm sitting around sulking because I can't train because my arm hurts. And so I promised her I wasn't going to hit upper body today. Just did some plyo, some legs, didn't even touch the weights, just some footwork, speed, agility drills, some jumping, and some core, you know? So we'll see how it feels tomorrow. I'm going to take my drugs, do a little bit of ice, and, you know, just enjoying the easy day yesterday, the easy day today. I ate some donuts, and I'm not feeling too guilty about it either. You know, even though the number on the scale, you know, went up a couple pounds, it's like, so what? You know, I got a whole lifetime in front of me. What's 1 week to kind of step back, treat myself good, do some maintenance, and, you know, not stress over it. Well, that's it. Just wanted to share that with y'all. If you've been putting it off, take yourself a rest day. If you've been putting it off, you haven't taken a easy week yet, give yourself a deload. But, you know, do it at the right time. Don't do it too often with the deload, you know, because that's not good either. Well, I hope that helped. If it did, go ahead, leave me a like. Don't forget to subscribe. Follow me on Instagram at Hybrid Athletics with an X. If you got any questions or comments, leave them in the box below or slide into the DMs. You know, I'll try to get to you as soon as possible. What else? That's pretty much it, guys. All right, Hybrid Athletics, training for life. I'll talk to you next time.